each stitch around. 1, 2, next stitch, 1, 2, next stitch, 1, 2, next stitch, 1, 2, into the next stitch, 1, 2, into the next stitch, 1, 2, and that's the end of round 2, and you have 16 stitches. And you'll know that you're at the end of the round because you always finish on the stitch just before the marker. And whenever you're placing 2 or more stitches into one stitch, like we've done here, that means that you're increasing, and that's how it's going to get larger and larger. So for round 3, we'll take our marker out and we'll be doing 1 single crochet into the next stitch. So this is our first stitch on this round. So always place the marker into that first stitch that you do. And then we're going to be doing 2 single crochet stitches into the next stitch. So 1, 2. So that'll be the whole sequence of round 3. 1 single crochet into the next stitch, 2 single crochet into the next stitch, and the same right around. So 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and 2 single crochet into this next stitch. So repeat that sequence right around until you get to this stitch just before the marker. And at the end of round 3, you'll have 24 stitches. So I'm at the end of round 3 and I've just done my last 2 stitches into the last stitch there, just before the marker. And now we're up to round 4. So we'll take our marker out. And for round 4 we're going to do 1 single crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. So we'll do our first one here, put the marker back in, so there's 1 single crochet, and then into the next stitch 1 single crochet, and then into the next stitch we're going to do 2 single crochet stitches. 1, 2. So this is going to be the whole sequence for this round. So 1 single crochet into the next stitch, 1 single crochet into the next stitch, 2 single crochet stitches into the next stitch. So repeat that sequence right around until you get to this stitch just before the marker, and I'll see you at the end. So I'm at the end of round 4 and I have 32 stitches, and I've done my last 2 stitches into the last stitch just before the stitch marker. So for round 5, take our marker out, and we're going to be doing 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. So we'll place our first one here, and then we'll put our marker back in. So there's 1 single crochet, and into the next stitch 1 single crochet, into the next stitch 1 single crochet, and into the next stitch we do 2 single crochet stitches, 1, 2, and then we do that sequence again. So it's 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, and into the next stitch 2 single crochet stitches, 1, 2. So repeat that sequence right around until you get to the stitch just before the stitch marker, and at the end of this round you should have 40 stitches. So I'm at the end of round 5 and I've done my last 2 stitches into the stitch just before the marker. So for round 6 we'll take the marker out, and we'll be doing 1 single crochet into each of the next 4 stitches. So we'll do our first one here. So single crochet and put our marker back into that stitch that we just did. So there's 1, 2 into the next stitch, 3 to the next stitch, there's our 4th one, and into the next stitch we'll be doing 2 single crochet stitches, 1, 2 into that same stitch, and that'll be our sequence right around. So 1 single crochet into each of the next 4 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the next stitch 2 single crochet stitches, 1, 2. So repeat that sequence right around, and at the end of this round you should have 48 stitches. So I'm at the end of round 6. I've done my last 2 single crochet stitches into the last stitch just before the marker, and for round 7 we'll take the marker out and we're going to do 1 single crochet into each of the next 5 stitches.